T-Man 978 Shill Review.
Hey, what's cracking, y'all? T-Man 978. Anyway, I am reviewing NewAge, the legendary hero Special Operations Saboteur Manero. I guess that's what his name is. Anywho, as you can see, this is an updated G1 artwork style thing. They just took the doors off mostly and made his chest look weird. Looks like that on the side, this on the back, Bumblebee and Cosmos, and Prowl. And they keep putting that Optimus Prime back there, but I don't think he's one of their products. In fact, that's the DX9, I think. Masterpiece Blaster, and I don't know what that spike is from. Now, I know this is unorthodox, but here's the size comparison up front. Just want to get it out of the way because this is always the toughest part. Look how much he looks like Makitoi's downbeat right there. Which he should, because this is sort of like a small masterpiece. But in other pictures I've seen, Jazz, or this version of Jazz, looked a lot taller than Prowl, but they're the exact same freaking height, pretty much. And there is Iron Factory and Iron Factory's Deadly Assassin, or whatever the heck it's called. You know, it's just a dark RC. But there you go. Manero, who will be named Jazz for the rest of this review, looks really, really, really good. His body is kind of at an angle, just like Prowl. I mean, if you push the legs back a certain way, it doesn't lean so much forward as much as Prowl. Like, the neck part is leaned forward, but the chest piece is straight, so you don't have to worry about that. But the back is coming in. Now, he looks really, really freaking good. And the transformation scheme, like, I hope if Hasbro, no, you know what? Takara has already developed this thing for Masterpiece. They're just waiting for whatever reason. Even the gun looks super similar to Downbeat. But anywho, articulation, he looks more masterpiece-ish than this dude. No, they both look good. I ain't gonna lie. I'm happy that they started with these two. These two have been my favorite two guys, and they started with them as the car bots. But anywho, the Prowl has like double jointed elbows due to the joint system and double jointed knees and whatnot. This guy does not have that. He has just the joint that makes it go a little bit more than 90. The leg technically is on like a weird joint, but wow, the connection to this little thing right there where his knee is, that is so skinny. It's scary. I hope that is not a stress mark on there, but I'll be really careful with the knee. But it's hard to be careful when you're transforming it because you have to do something that's dangerous. But he bends a little bit more than 90. It would be more, but this shoots out. The head doesn't look up. That's another downside to this guy. Let's try to zoom in on his face. Like, there he is. Nice face sculpt for something this teeny tiny. Look at it in between my fingers. But Prowl can look all the way up, as you can see there. This dude can't. He can look down, and that's because of this little thing right there. I might take a blade and cut the bottom off of that, and then he'll be able to look up. So I'm happy I can remedy that. But the arm goes up like this. They have like a backwards butterfly. It does actually have wrist rotation. That's something Prowl doesn't have. And this arm is alright, but this arm, when you try to move the arm outward, it bends at that joint, which is friggin' annoying. But it has an ab crunch. The way the ab crunch works, this thing leans it forward. Legs can kick all the way back. all the way forward and up really high, sort of like downbeat, due to the way they molded the hips. His thigh rotation, there's a little bit of a, you know what, since it's on both sides, I don't know if that's purposeful. I thought it was a marbling effect, but it looks like a hair sculpting right there. And you can see the little triangles in his hips a little bit. And it does have ankle pivot, and the toe can go back, but it looks like that. And this goes down, but that's not really good. I think I showed all the articulation. I'm all over the daggone place. Before transformation, there is something else I need to show y'all. I almost forgot. He does have these speakers, and it just looks like a friggin' megaphone. So I'm assuming he can hold it in his hand. Yeah, you can get it in the hand decent enough. Put it in front of his face. So, well, what you're supposed to do is, there are holes on both sides of his shoulders right there. Just plug them into the holes. And he can have his cartoon speakers. But there you are. He actually comes packaged like this, with the speakers on, and the gun has its own little slot. But there you are with that. It sort of reminds me of Prowl. Like, Prowl has these two shoulder rockets that are optional. He has these two that are optional. They don't plug into anything else besides his hands and that shoulder. But anywho, transformation. Take this out of his hand. Go ahead and kind of bring that forward right there. Put the arms out to the side. Kind of bring this, no, bring these out. Then bring that forward and bring it up. When you bring it up, it frees up the head. All right, once you free up the head, just position it perfectly so it can slide through there. Now we can wiggle this into place. Get the arms like this. Rotate it up like that. Rotate this around so that this peg on his forearm can go into the back of his arm. Come on, you, like that. Onto the back of the arm. And leave the arms like that. Now this is cool as hell to me. But if you lift this up on both sides, bring the feet out the way and bend the toes down, you can unfold this panel right here. The whole side of the car is pretty much right there. Now we can slide it up right there. Slide that up, and then bring it this way, and it'll stop where it needs to stop. Slide this up, bring it that way, stops where it needs to stop. Now this can come up like this. And here is the difficult part. This thing right here needs to be shifted in such a way. And yeah, this little connection right there is small. I don't even know a safe way. Let me try to do it like this. The first time I did it, I brought this down, and it kind of came with it, but I had to like give it that little extra push at the end. One of them was easier than the freaking other. Yeah. But it's fighting me. You see what you need to do. This needs to shift forward. I'm going to try to do that and come back. Alright, when I brought this, when I bent these kind of forward, it like shifted this. It shifted these panels up. So I guess try that if you're having issues. Just basically bend it down and try to bring it together, and it shifted those forward. Now, with those there, we can go ahead and shut these around that. And this transformation to me is friggin' magic. If you wanted to, at some point, we can turn this head around. I mean, who's looking under the car? But if it makes you feel any better not to see his head, his face, I mean, we can get that out of the way. But from that robot mode that is super cartoon accurate to this, that's super car accurate and toy accurate and cartoon accurate, it's nuts. It is freaking nuts. Like, I know, well, they already did it with Make Toys, but this transformation is easier than Make Toys, a lot easier. Like, I can't believe they did this. It's freaking magic. Rolls awesomely. Now this is a little buggy, but as you can see, these guys are pretty much Hot Wheels size. There you are. I don't feel like it, but I'm gonna transform Prow. Alright, here's Prow. So, yeah, they end up being in scale with each other. As in scale as possible. That's all you need to see, really. And if you want to, you can plug these speakers right here. Come on, you. One difficult thing as far as playing with this thing is how tiny it is. Come on. I mean, maybe they're not supposed to go deeper than that because it's not moving. But there it is. So you can have the speakers on the back of them like you did on that episode. But that's cool. I don't even think, well, I can't remember. It's been a long time since I tried to use these on Downbeat. Now this isn't in the instructions, but he has this little groove right there. You put the gun right here. I want to put it like the tip underneath of his head, but the head is in the way. But if you put the gun right here, it's like leaning up against that, like vaguely, but miraculously, it still rolls. So that's even, it does not look right, but I guess it's right because it has all the clearance it needs to still roll. So that's cool right there. But anywho, I really like this thing. I don't need to tell you that. It would have been cool if it would have had double jointed knees, double jointed elbows, and all that mess. But doesn't necessarily need it to still be cool, as you saw. But, so, and it looks like a friggin' little masterpiece. These things never cease to amaze me. Come on, you. But I'm gonna be silent. I can't come up with things. Oh yeah, one thing to know, I'm not gonna be completely silent. If you don't bend this back the way it's supposed to go, and I'm using this as leverage, you can't fold this up and back into place. And this has to be folded specifically flat to that. So yeah, typically going from car mode to robot mode isn't super necessary, but I can see you needing tips like that. Come on, you. It feels like it's all the way down, but it must not be because I can't shut that. Or is that right? I guess that's right. Let's see on this side. And I'm gonna use this again as leverage to bend the knees back. And I guess that's what helps put it into vehicle mode correctly. But yeah, now I clicked. But bring this completely flat, bring that down, and bring that down. Now we can bring this down. So I do not have this correct over here. This needs to pull all the way down till it clicks. So the toughest part about playing with this toy is the fact that it is freaking tiny. And I still don't have something right. Come on, man. There we go. Alright, get the arm out, rotate it around. Get them out to the side like this. Alright, now we can detach this bumper. Kind of lift it up like this. Once we clear that, we should be able to lift this panel up and out of the way. And once that panel is up, we can start rotating these in behind this gray piece. Now this, you need to bring this down and groove the gray part into place. And if the head is rotated the right way, it should be where it needs to be. But yeah, this thing is really cool. I love that it has wrist swivel, because a lot of toys this small do not have that. The face is crazy. I don't even know how they can sculpt a face this detailed that small. And it basically looks like what he should look like. And it's friggin' amazing. So I really commend them on this. They did a good job. So I can recommend it. I don't feel gypped. I got it from an eBay seller. I think his name was Baba Bobo. I'm gonna have to look at it, but it was already a cheap price for being overseas. I pre-ordered it, and when you order multiple figures from him, he drops the, or from them, they drop the price down. I explained this before on the Cosmos video, but anyway, I recommend them. Go get it if you want. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here. Thank you for watching.
Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos.